renovations can be really overwhelming sometimes. I've had so many people who started their renovation project. They literally got confused. Some of them give up. Some of them end up selling their properties because they don't really know how things are going. So it's really difficult and chaotic if you don't really know how to conduct your renovation project, or how to actually manage it to ensure it'll get delivered the way you want it. And again, in this video, I'm going to share how to start your renovation project, what you need to look for, what are the sort of things you need to think about before you actually start your renovation project. And again, congratulations if you bought your first investment property, or if you bought your first house. Well done, congratulations. I want to take you through the journey to show you how you could start your refurbishment project. But before we get going, if you like this video or any of my videos, hit the like button below, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of my videos. So now you've got the keys. Congratulations, you've got the keys. Really well done. So what we now do, we would go and visit the property, right? Visit the property by having a notepad, or having your phone, or having whatever you have to take note. Very important. Go there, get the keys, visit the property. No pressure. Take your time, get your notepads out, whether it's your phone, laptop, iPad, whatever you have, I don't care. Right, so what you do, just go visit the house, view the property, take detail of whatever needs doing in the property. Whether you know the name, you don't know the name, just take everything out. Take everything down to ensure you know exactly what needs to be done in the property. Okay, then what you then do, you go back and review your refurbishment cost. But before you go back, take note of what needs doing. Right, take notes whether you need to paint the unit, need to skim the property, or you need to change the windows, the doors, you need a new kitchen, or you need to change the flooring, you need to do a damp course. Whatever it is, take it down. And if there's rising damp on the floor, ground floor, obviously that means you need to do a damp course. Again, write that down to ensure you absolutely do it, because if you haven't got a damp course in your property, all the renovation would go to zero basically, because as soon as you finish the work, you will have rising damp and you'd have to do it all over again. So vitally important, if there's any damp in your property, make sure you get that treated again by going to the property, looking at the property in a way that in details to ensure whatever needs doing has been taken down. It would absolutely save you lots of money. So once you've visited the property, you've viewed and taken notes. So what you want to do now, basically, number 3, is to go back and review your refurbishment cost. Right, review your refurbishment cost to ensure that the estimate you initially have, they are kind of the estimate that it expects to actually invest in your renovation. Right, so whilst you're doing that, you'll be thinking about things that to consider. Okay, so what do you need to consider when you're doing your renovation cost after the viewing? Are you going to have a new roof, for example? A roof is very expensive. It's one of the biggest costs when it comes to renovation. Or can the roof be repaired? If the roof can be repaired, and then now you know that, you can then either adjust by increasing your budget or reducing it if you only need to repair the roof. And also windows are very expensive. Check whether the windows were double glazed windows, or single glazed windows, or wooden windows, or metal windows. So if they are wooden, metal windows, or single glazed windows, maybe you want to upgrade it by having it at, say, as a double glazed windows, UPVC windows, because then that also increases value to the property, and also that tend to keep a lot more heat than the metal windows or the single glaze or wooden windows. So again, consider that in your cost to ensure that that has been factored in if it ever needs to be replaced. And then the boiler, the central heating is absolutely key. Okay, check the boiler. Is it an old boiler, new boiler, or is it, or the property, whether the property's got a boiler or not? Again, you need to know that, because if you don't know that, that's a massive factor in your renovation, because you need to know whether you need to buy a new boiler or whether you need to install a new central heating at the property. Because some properties, if they're old houses, they only have tanks, they don't have boilers. Again, that would help you understand how much these things cost, and also how much it would cost to actually install them. Bathroom, are you going to upgrade the bathroom? Look if it needs to be upgraded, if there's any way that you could tweak it to ensure you use the existing fittings there, fantastic. If not, you have to consider, yeah, you have to think about how much that would cost you to buy a bathroom suite. Again, all that things you need to consider before you even start your renovation project. Okay, and then the kitchen, do we need to buy a new kitchen? Or do we need to upgrade the kitchen? Do we need to actually buy a second-hand kitchen? Whatever it is, you need to jot that down to ensure that the kitchen or all this stuff that you're going to be sorting out either been sorted out already or needs to be sorted out. And then once you know these items, and then you can then guesstimate the cost for getting them done or buying them by probably asking a roofer how much it will cost you to change a roof, or getting a window technician to come around to give you a coat. And again, boiler, find out online how much a boiler would cost you. Bathroom suite also, you can find it online. And then kitchen also, you can go and find suppliers that would help you, advise you how much this sort of thing would cost you. Okay, and then cost the items out. Number 5, cost them out. Know the estimate of those items, so you use those costs then to estimate what your renovation cost would do. And then also with the works, you need to know, are you going to rewire the whole house? Because it's the old wiring. Again, if you are going to rewire the whole house, make a budget for that, for labor as well as material. And then the plumbing and central heating, as I've told you, if you're going to do a new central heating, again, you need to consider those costs, because these costs are the costs that really adds up when it comes to your renovation costs. So again, do you need to do it all again new, or do you want to use the same plumbing work to actually get it done? Based on the condition of the property, you can then come to that. And again, do you need to scheme the whole house? Do you need to scheme the whole house? If you are, again, budget that to understand that, okay, this is how much it may cost me to actually scheme the whole house. Very important for you to know whether that's needed. Wherever it's not needed, you don't have to do it. But if it's needed, I advise you to actually do it wherever it needs. Instead of putting wallpapers in, make sure you actually scheme the property. That way it would look fresh, new, and then it would also add value to it. And then obviously plastering as well. You have to plaster it outside or inside where they've done the damp course. If that's needed, again, factor that cost in, because what the skimmer would do, they will charge you for the skimming as well as the plastering. So vitally important for you to factor that. And again, you're going to paint the property, obviously, right? Especially if it's a renovation property. So again, factor in how much it would cost you to do the painting as well as buying the paint itself. So find out how much it would cost you. Again, that way it would help you determine how much your cost would be. And if you're looking to add an extension or an extra bedroom, again, factor that cost in to see how much it would cost you, right? Again, number 7, the cost of labor. What I do for each and every trade, I get a minimum of 3 people, right, to give me 3 coats. Okay, so what I do, minimum, so sometimes I do 5, then I end up taking 3. So what you do, you find 5 people to come and view the property and tell them what you intend to do with that specific task, and then ask them to go away and give you a quote, right? If they go away and give you a quote, keep that quote. Don't reply back to them or start negotiating until you receive all the quotes, and then you then look for the favorable quote, and then you start the negotiation with those people. And again, it's not about having the cheapest quote. It's about having someone that you build that connection with, right? Someone that you build the relationship with, because sometimes it's not about the price, it's about the quality of work and also the completion date. Very key. So again, based on that, you will be able to do it. So if you get in a plasterer, make sure you got 3 of them. Electrician, got 3 of them. Plumber, you get 3 of them. Painter, you got 3 painters, and then anyone who's doing the extension, also make sure you got 3 people to actually give you a quote. So once you've got those three people, you will then pick 2 of them. So what you do, you always hire 2 people. The reason why you do this is because builders are not reliable. Okay, so the reason you do that is, if the first builder drops out, you've got the second choice. Okay, if the second choice did not turn up, and again, you've got the first one to go to. So always have 2 people just in case the other one did not turn up. Again, you will see that most of them may not turn up. So if you've got 2 or 3 in the pipeline, you can always call the second or third person. Once you've got the quotes from them, vet them. right? Ask them to share their previous works profile, or ask them if you could go and visit them where they're working so you can see how they work, whether they are tidy people, whether they are people that would really do the job that they said to you that they will do. And then ask them if you could speak to any of the people they've worked with before, so you can get reference in that way. So that way then you will know then whether they are likely to complete your task and whether they are likely to do the work you've asked them to do in the first place. So vitally important to actually vet them. So once you've vet them, sign the contract with them, right? Set a start date and a completion date, so you work within that time frame. Okay, so if whatever happens, put penalties in it. If they don't complete on time, say you get XYZ, and then obviously don't pay them all the money. Okay, don't pay them all the money. Pay the money in phases and make sure the last chunk is the biggest chunk. Because what I've learned from properties is if the builder have had 90% of the renovation labor cost, they're not coming back for the 10% or for the 5%. So make sure you held back at least 15% of it, right? For 15%, they will complete. Tell them when they complete, then they get the 15% back. And obviously hold some for any nagging, just in case something goes wrong or they have their cracks and all that sort of thing. They can always come back and obviously rectify it. Again, very important, okay? Make sure you don't pay them all the money. Don't pay them all the money up front. Okay, if you pay them money up front, they will never turn up for your work and they will mess you about. Pay them in phases and held back the most amount before you pay them off. Okay, don't held back 5% or 2% thinking they will come back. They will never come back. Most of them will not come back. So make sure you have minimum of 15%, and then after completion you can pay them those 15%. So I hope this video has been helpful, and just to go through it again, visit the property, view the property, take details. Number 2, go back and review your renovation cost estimate. And number 4, things to consider: your roof, windows, boilers, kitchen, bathroom, how much these things would cost, and then obviously cost them out. Number 5. Number 6, check what work needs doing. Do you need to rewire the house? Do you need to do the whole central heating again? Do you need to plaster the whole house? And you need to paint the house? And again, all these things you need to consider. And number 7, cost the labor out. See how much each labor work would cost you, and then obviously get the quotes from the laborers and from the tradesmen, and then sign the contract with them to ensure the work has been done. I really hope this video has been helpful and it gets you excited to start your new renovation project. If this has helped you, don't forget to comment on the link below so I can see that it has impacted you. Again, I'm running a free property investment crash course every month. If you're interested, there's a link in the description below. It's completely free to register your interest to join me in my next property investment crash course. And also I'm offering a free 30-minute strategic call to call me and ask me any questions that you may have about property, and I can advise you on ways that we may be able to help you. And I'm also inviting you in my home or my office to spend a day with me in a form of the discovery day, where we will go through a business plan, find out which 2 strategies or a strategy that will be suitable for you, and ways we could use the resources you have to invest in property. I really hope this video has been helpful. If you like this video or any of my videos, hit the like button below, subscribe to my YouTube channel for more of these videos. I look forward to sharing next video. Thank you so much for listening.